Tesla has a brand new manufacturing account on X at Gigafactories, and they just posted this minute-long fly-through video of Giga Berlin. Check it out. Pretty cool, right? Anyone want to see a fly-through of the GM German headquarters? Oh wait, do they even have any? Shout out to Ford. You get the point, right? Tesla, just a car company, yet, any other just a car companies have such awesome places for employees to work and customers to visit. By the way, if you don't know, it is now public. For what it's worth, you can actually, yes, literally you, a member of the public, can visit the Giga Berlin, at least the lobby, and have a coffee delivered to you by a robot. Not kidding, by the way. This is real. Now, of course, I'm sure that this is something that Ford and GM also feature in the lobbies of some of their factories around the world. So it's not like this is unique to Tesla, and it's not like this is a pretty cool place to work. So let's move on. I just thought I'd share this. Pretty epic, right? And to continue the theme of videos relating to Tesla on X, Tesla continues its low-scale advertising experiment to learn a little bit about what's effective and what works. These, some billboards at Tokyo Airport. I notice a distinct lack of clusterfuck on these videos. Where's a mountain of text, 1,000 bullet points, this, that, and the other? It's almost as if Tesla's aesthetic from their vehicles is carrying into their advertising campaigns as well. Here's what it looks like. Bam, upgraded Model 3. They're letting people know about the refresh. Here's the specs, here's a QR code, and that is literally the entire advertisement. That's it. Done. Simple. And as we can see, everybody's paying a great deal of attention to the ads, right? Haha. Anyway, moving on. A very juicy development regarding Cybertruck today, and no, it's not this video, but I'll play this in the background while I read some terms from the Tesla purchase agreement specifically relating to Cybertruck. And if you guys want to read it yourself, there is a link in the description to the entire terms. So enjoy this video of Cybertruck in New York during the Barron Investment Conference, where over 5,000 investors attended. Shout out to Ron Barron. As I read these interesting terms, and rest in peace anyone who planned on flipping a Cybertruck for a gigantic profit. You understand and acknowledge that the Cybertruck will first be released in limited quantity. You agree that you will not sell or otherwise attempt to sell the vehicle within the first year following your vehicle's delivery date. Notwithstanding that your reason warrants an exception to its no reseller policy, you agree to notify Tesla in writing and give Tesla reasonable time to purchase the vehicle from you at its sole discretion and at the purchase price listed on your final price sheet, less 25 cents per mile driven, reasonable wear and tear, and the cost to repair the vehicle to Tesla's used vehicle cosmetic and mechanical standards. If Tesla declines to purchase your vehicle, you may then resell your vehicle to a third party only after receiving written consent from Tesla. You agree that in the event you breach this provision, or Tesla has reasonable belief that you're about to breach this provision, Tesla may seek injunctive relief to prevent the transfer of title of the vehicle or demand liquidated damages from you in the amount of $50,000 or the value received as consideration for the sale or transfer, whichever is greater. Tesla may also refuse to sell you any future vehicles. So, this is not surprising. Why? Well, Tesla has reservations in excess of 2 million for Cybertruck. And currently, they're producing, probably like 3 per day if you're lucky. Who knows? The point is, there is a huge, and I mean gigantic imbalance between demand for Tesla's Cybertruck and production. And this is going to continue for literal years. So it is going to be impossible for anybody to flip a Cybertruck at least within the first 12 months of taking delivery. And this makes sense. It's fair and reasonable. Otherwise, the second-hand market will be flooded with Cybertrucks that are going for 2, 3, 4, 5 times as much as Tesla's charging. And this would be absolutely ridiculous. Just a situation Tesla does not want to happen. So, good luck to anyone who planned on flipping a Cybertruck. Ain't gonna happen. Maybe the best you can get away with is on-selling your reservation, although I don't know why anyone who's reserved a Cybertruck wouldn't just take delivery. Absolute beast of a machine. Can't wait to see these things hitting roads. And by the way, did you notice the absolutely brilliant, and I mean brilliant, precision with which this Cybertruck has been put together? Look at that. Absolutely seamless. Of course, doing this at volume, high capacity, high output, well, that remains to be seen how easily and quickly Tesla can ramp production of Cybertruck to this level of quality and fit and finish. But boy, doesn't this look good. A couple of great posts from Holmars on X today. First, the best-selling electric vehicle models in the United States, January through to September. Tesla Model Y registrations almost 300,000 so far, up 88% from the year prior. Model 3, 165,000, up 15% from the prior year. So Tesla taking out the number 1 and 2 spots by a massive margin. Then number 3, the Bolt, a piddly 30,000, which is approximately 10% of Tesla's Model Y. Even Tesla's second best-selling vehicle is outselling the Bolt by more than 5x. How embarrassing. You did it, Mary. You didn't lead and don't matter. The Mustang Mach-E didn't even make it to 30,000, and more disturbingly is a decline versus the previous period. That ain't good. VW, big trouble. Now, again, I just want to put this in context, so let's zoom out a sec here. Model Y, roughly 300,000 units. Model 3, over 150,000 units. Between these two vehicles alone, we're looking at 450,000 units. Next best, 30,000. Then 27, another 27, 24, 19. And another Tesla coming in at number 8, the Model X. Consider how embarrassing it is to be a company that is only just selling more electric vehicles than the Model X, which is a very high-end, high-ticket item. Extravagant, excessive, totally unnecessary. And guess what? The Model X sold almost as many vehicles as the Bolt, just a little bit less than the Ioniq 5 and the Volkswagen ID4. I mean, this is embarrassing. Interestingly enough, Rivian just making the top 10 with the R1S at 16,439 vehicles. So in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks when the competition comes all over themselves. Not for Tesla. And if we break this down by brand, top electric vehicle registrations by brand in the United States, January through to September this year. Tesla at 489,454 vehicles, and funnily enough, Chevrolet coming in second place, approximately 10% as many at just over 50,000. So remember that leaked presentation from Tesla back in the day, in which Elon Musk was quoted as saying that second place should need a telescope to see us? Well, can confirm. The competition is currently looking to book some time on the James Webb Space Telescope in the hope of seeing where Tesla is, so they at least know exactly how far behind they are. But if they can't get any time on the scope, well, they don't need it. Look, segment share in the United States. Tesla, year to date, 57.4% of all electric vehicles sold in the US were Teslas. 57.4%. Second place, 5.9. Ford, 5.5. Hyundai, 4.8. BMW, 3.7. This is embarrassing. Where have you ever seen something like this before? This is like looking at how many people are using Google as a search engine versus all of the alternatives. Or pick your popular web browser. But of course, the competition eventually will come and catch up, right? Because that's what the experts have been saying for the last decade, right? Put differently, 1 in 2 vehicles that are electric in the United States that were sold this year were a Tesla. 1 in 2. Actually, it's even more than 1 in 2, but we're rounding down a bit. And this is insane. Meanwhile, moving continents, we're now in China. Tesla China produced 83,506 vehicles in October. And apparently, roughly 28,000 of these were the refreshed Model 3. So Shanghai back at an annualized rate in excess of 1 million vehicles per year, despite still ramping up the refreshed Model 3 production. Not bad. Meanwhile, this is kind of difficult to read, at least if you're Tesla's so-called competition, but check this out. We're looking at how long new electric vehicle models are sitting on car dealership lots. Of course, Tesla doesn't have car dealerships, which is a good thing for multiple reasons, but I just really wanted to share this because it's kind of important. Now, to be technical, this is new electric vehicle models with the highest market day supply. Market day supply measures availability by dividing the current supply by the average sales rate over the past 45 days. In other words, how long would it take to sell all the existing vehicles sitting on lots? This is disturbing. The Jaguar I-Pace, 327 days. Almost an entire year. The Genesis G8, 295 days. The Ford Mustang Mach-E, oh boy, 253 days. It's almost like Tesla doesn't exist in a vacuum. Model Y absolutely murdering the Mach-E. The Blazer EV, 221 days. Genesis GV70, 195. The Audi e-tron, which literally means turd in French, living up to its name, 185 days. The Taycan, the Tesla killer, supposedly, 176 days. The Audi Q4 e-tron, 148 days. The Leaf, 132. The Silverado, 129. Speaking of the competition, check this out. From BMW's CEO, quote, "We have no interest in lowering prices in order to gain market share. That is not our strategy. And as you can see, we are managing to grow significantly, even with very acceptable prices. However, it is true that we cannot escape market conditions and we make price adjustments where necessary." Now, this seems a bit hypocritical. In fairness, it's claiming they don't want to gain market share. Okay, great. But they will adjust pricing to keep selling whatever number of vehicles they are producing. But hang on a minute. So check this out. Global quarterly battery electric vehicle sales per brand from Q1 2021 to Q3 2023. Anyone want to guess which color is Tesla? Yeah, you know, in yellow. Where's BMW? Oh, down here. Isn't that great? So BMW is happy playing in this segment. These kind of numbers. What's deeply disturbing is that BMW is selling close to as many electric vehicles as VW are. VW are a high volume manufacturer. VW are not. So rest in peace, VW. Meanwhile, this from EV Volumes co-founder. The global battery electric vehicle adoption continues to increase, despite what many out there are claiming regarding a decrease. Year-over-year growth looks healthy, and this is what counts, not quarter-over-quarter. And he's right. Anyone notice a trend here? Beginning of 2019, electric vehicles are making up less than 2%. In fact, 1.6% of all new light vehicles sold. 1.6%. A year later, a mere 1.8%. Oh no, EVs are going nowhere. Look, there's no growth. Busted growth story, etc. A year later, 3.7% out of absolutely nowhere, approximately doubling in a single year. A year later, 7.6%, once again, almost doubling in a single year. A year later, 9.1%. And less than a year later, just 2 quarters after that, we're at 11.8%. This is why it is so important, ladies and gentlemen, to maintain perspective and to avoid small brain syndrome, in which you draw absolute and certain conclusions from confusingly short periods of time. Remember? Growth story is over. Look, electric vehicle sales are collapsing. Oh my God, from Q4 to Q1. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. 11.2 to 9.1. It's over. It's over. The competition's come. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it went up again. Oh, that's weird. We see the same thing over and over. Every time there's a slight decline. Q2 2019 to Q3 2019. It goes from 2.1 to 1.7. Oh no, no demand. Q4 2020 to Q1 2021. 4.2 to 3.7. See, no demand. Consumers don't want electric vehicles. They're too expensive and you can't charge, blah, 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 blah. Next minute, they've doubled. 8.7. You get the point, right? The trend is very clear. And we're not looking at that much data here. This is Q1 2019 to Q3 2023. For context, I started this YouTube channel in Q4 2019, just a few years ago. We're at 2.1% then. We're now at 11.8% and trending significantly higher. A little bit of context. From 2.8 to 11.8, it's a 5.6 times increase. If that happened again, 11.8, increasing by 5.6, which again, for the record, has happened in less than 4 years, electric vehicle sales would be almost 70%. And less than 4 years from now is 2027. Once again, perspective matters. What do they say? The trend is your friend. Another example of exactly that. Gigafactory Shanghai deliveries, since it first began. Clearly, there is a little bit of volatility and seasonality. Occasionally, there'll be a huge quarter and then a decline. We've seen that happen multiple times. And of course, busted growth story, no demand in China, the end of the world, competition, BYD, whatever. We zoom out a little bit. Anyone notice a trend? It appears to me like Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory continues to increase its deliveries on average overall. Remember, there's been shutdowns, upgrades, the scamdemic in particular. There were upgrades for the Model 3 refresh here, yet still trending up. And I just had a couple of great posts here from Sawyer Merritt breaking. Lucid lost a mere $433,081 for every vehicle they delivered in Q3 2023. World-class troll responds in the comments there. Maybe they can make it up in volume. And meanwhile, Rivian lost significantly less, $30,648 for every vehicle that it delivered in Q3 versus $33,000 in Q2, so trending in the right direction. Impressive from Rivian. Overall, the company averaged a net loss of $14.8 million per day in Q3. If they can make it out the other end of this, it'll be impressive. But if they do, they got a chance of making it. And just to wrap up, Wanted to share this from Joe on CNBS, who maybe 18 or so months ago had an awakening, finally started to appreciate Elon Musk. You got a feel for Joe. He seems to be the only person who, well, on the entire panel at CNBS, I would just say that Joe appears to stand out for reasons that may become apparent when we play this very short clip. Then I'm out of here.
But he kind of, and I'll admit that I was not always a fanboy of Elon Musk, but I am now. And I contend that he saved Twitter from a platform that wouldn't talk about the Wuhan lab, wouldn't talk about what closing down society could mean to our use, wouldn't talk about any controversy about anything that didn't fit with the woke liberal orthodoxy. Ben's viewpoint is that Elon now can't go on Jimmy Kimmel because he's going to get booed by the young intelligentsia. He's lost a lot of former fanboys because he's come out as not necessarily marching in lockstep with the progressive woke crowd.
Some well-deserved credit here from Joe, who, remember, is part of the fake finance news. And remember, Elon bad. So the fact that he's been able to break out of the Elon bad bubble by independently thinking about the guy, just so happened that the purchase of Twitter, now X, was the catalyst for this, is quite impressive. So too, the fact that Joe's willing to say this out loud. It is taking time, and it's probably got to be at least another decade before it fully plays out, but Elon Musk is slowly beginning to get some of the credit he is due, from folks especially in the mainstream media. Whose current brief, by the way, remember, is Elon bad. And I do want to put this on the record again. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Elon Musk will have a redemption arc. Currently, he's a villain, according to the fake news. But eventually, his hero arc will complete, and people will, generally speaking, recognize him for who he is, his accomplishments, the good in his heart, and the impact he's having on the world. But, ladies and gentlemen, ain't going to be happening anytime soon. And remember, we're about 1 year away from the US presidential elections, and those who seek to control the one true narrative have lost control of the one true narrative thanks to Elon fucking Musk. So, expect the attacks leveled at Elon Musk, and by proxy his companies, to continue to ramp up over the next 12 months. You can count on it. Want more content? Early access? A bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. Athletic Greens AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. Athletic Greens AG1 is an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1 year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. It certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point and something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy, wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1 shit, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, snake oil salmon sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. And remember, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose here. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. Get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link at the pinned comment, and please, let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon. And don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.